money, them a thief. And them a sell out the beach. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy Kenyan, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You that job line and a resort to crime. You can't for me again. Promise to dig up all the charities and all of the giver. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The other the promise it done and them not deliver. Cut up the youth and rough and it's down in our river. Them a bull money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them spell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell go mash up people start and thief when them spell. Deep on me. On the tree market man. Deep on me. On them a tree the cat man. Deep on me. On the tree the peanut man. Deep on me. On them a tree the dirt man. Deep on me. On them a tree the sun man. Deep on me. On them a tree policeman. Deep on me. On them a tree soldier man.
Stibby-dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we lovely. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Cold ground was my bed last night, and rock was my pillow too. Cold ground was my bed last night. Cold ground and rock is really the reality of the landlessness of Jamaicans. When husband now buck down your house, wife a buck down your farm, the landlessness of Jamaican people is becoming a threat to the survival of those of us, the descendants of the Africans enslaved. Good morning and welcome to Global Television. It is, I believe, Wednesday, the 27th of March. And I forgot to tell you about my schedule for the weekend, but I'll explain to you further in a bit. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, welcome. Thank you all for joining us. To those on the X, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, good morning to my community of parity. Good morning to all my family members. Good morning to all my YouTube membership and subscribers. Good morning to all my followers, my listeners, my viewers, my supporters, my moderators. Thank you all very much for being here this morning. There are some voice notes involving an interview to do with the whole land issue, where the Prime Minister's wife, the Speaker of the House, the head of the legislature, is bulldozing people off their farmland, similar to what we saw from her husband, the head of government, demolishing poor people's house. Demolishing poor people's house. Cold ground. And rock is the reality of Jamaica people. Because if we don't have place for call we hold, we have to start sleep at dot and lay we head pan stone, isn't it? The reality of Bob Marley music grates us every day, especially with this tyrannical, dictatorial, despot government. Good morning to everyone on the live. Good morning, welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Good morning. Sunshine, good morning. Debbie Jervis, good morning. Patricia Matthews, Sharon Robinson, good morning. Good morning. Sharon, good morning. Good morning to Michelle Lewis Wilson. Good morning. Cousin Myrna, you're there from early before me start. Good morning and welcome. How you doing? Jason Kane, good morning. Rosemary Samuels, good morning. Lilith Foster. Natalia Freeman, how are you? Good morning. Mary Messenger TV, good morning. Abena Sidoki, good morning. Beulah, good morning. Andrew Payne, good morning. Sandra Ellis, good morning. Good morning to Darren Bailey, good morning. JP, good morning. Lassam, you know, good morning. Good morning, Rosie D. Bros, good morning and welcome. Rohan Perry, good morning and welcome. Don Brown, good morning. Ron Wanless, good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Denise Hall, good morning. Vivian Hamilton, good morning. EM, good morning. Noreen Robinson, good morning. Good morning and welcome. Andrew Matt, how are you? Rosalie Ricketts, good morning. Violet Watson. Shauna Smith, good morning. Dayton Graham, good morning. Doris White, good morning. Good morning and welcome. I've fixed a voice note, sets of voice note together to play for you this morning. It's the interview of the mom and daughter who is being bulldozed, who their farm, rather, is being bulldozed by the wife of the prime minister. I mean, you'd think they would be doing these things. Kofi, good morning. When the camera never all about and up in them face, when CVM and JBC and TVJ and the whole of them, RGR and the whole of them, can walk and cover for them. The issue, though, they're doing it under the glare of social media. They're doing it under the glare of a free-flowing information society. BCS Smith, good morning. The husband destroy your house. Look at this as one person. Look at this happening to just one person. Rebel with a pause. Good morning. The landless of Jamaica. Sasha Lewis. Hey, Anjama. Landlessness. This is happening to one set of people. The descendant of Africa, who were promised 40 acres each and a mule, is still today landless globally. We are still landless. Charmin Ranger. The daughter said she's 38 years old and she banned come see her mother and father, a farm pan it. Angela 48349, how are you? She banned come see her parents, them a farm pan it. Now, the adverse possession law, they would have been qualified under adverse possession. Adverse, rather, position. Because we call it, most of us know it colloquially as squatters' rights. Blue Waves, good morning. Most of us know it as squatters' rights. They're saying the land belonged to the government, National Water Commission. If National Water Commission have not, Buenos Dias, AmericanTV.com, if Water Commission and the government have not disturbed them for over 12 years, period, Gloria Morris, then they're entitled to claim squatters' rights. You can't just come in with bulldozer and start buck down. There is a legal process to go through. If they haven't been notified in the last 12 years, then the land thief that want the land ought to serve them notice, and thereby they can challenge that notice under adverse rights. Based on their tenure, they would be able to show that they've been using that land for XY time. They'd be able to get people from the community to verify that also. There's a bit of adverse position. Even if you, the government, or a private person, have paper title to the land, but for all this time, that person is using the land, and you have not contacted them and lay your ownership to the land or whatever. Don't wait. Good morning, Jacqueline Murray. Good morning. Then there's a legal process of adverse position rights to go through. Kashir Fullerton, good morning. So you don't just come with bulldozer and buck down. You go through the process. There's a legal process to go through. There's a principle that the court looks at in adverse position. Doesn't matter who owns the title. The court looks at, Patricia Matthews, how you do? The court looks at who have the better use for the land. Doesn't matter if you own the land on paper. Have you been using it for the last 12 years? And as the daughter said, she bound come see them a farm on it, Brittany Line. Good morning. So they ought to be given that right. You miserable witch. They ought to be given that right to go through the legal process of adverse position. The court needs to hear their side of the argument, backed up by evidence, you thief. Sasha Lewis. This is not the only land theft you're embroiled in. This is not the only land theft you're embroiled in. Where is the petition paper you're talking about? Because everything for you nasty, Juliet. Miserable baby mother. Miserable have to be rubbing shoulder with your matey on a daily basis, Rhoda Crawford. Where is the paper? The petition paper from the community. Juliet Holness. Where is the petition paper? You are graceful with a whole bunch of watermouth conundrum. I'm sure somebody who's farming to feed themselves and the community would have better use for that land than somebody who just want to go and kick football here and there. Go and dump up a piece of swampland and build a football pitch. But you see, when Jamaica people, una go sit down. Una go sit down until them take we up and go drop in the middle of the sea. Can't you not turn up for nothing, you know? Sonny Harvey, good morning. Uno not turn up for nothing. It's like uno just afraid of everything and everybody. Norman Ferguson. Uno just afraid of everything and everybody. Uno not stand up for yourself. Everybody can just roll in. There's a thing called FIRE. It works in slavery. It can work again. Rebellion not come out of your spirit. Stop being afraid of a gun pointing at you. If they want to shoot you, make them do it. Make them shoot you for standing up for your children and your grandchildren. But no make them come at your yard, come call you out and tell you, say, kneel down and shoot you. Make them shoot on a fighting back, people. You can't just kneel down and get shot, so. Stand up and fight back. Fireworks. We use it for cook. We use it to keep warm. Fireworks. Jesus Christ. Raymond, good morning. You're too complacent, Jamaicans. You're not too relaxed and easy. The old phrase, why I saw it go, what we fit do? No, you can't do anything about it. If you have a black road, black it, it come to this. It's a war between we and the Babylon them. Relaxing melodies. It's a war between we and the Babylonians. So now just sit down and wait for it pacify, fight back as a war go. Errol Clark, good morning. Oh, no, me angry? I am angry, Rohan Williams, because these people have been given. Yes, Rohan Williams, that famous word. I saw the thing set. No, make we dismantle that para hits it not. Make we dismantle it. Did you not see the people of Sri Lanka walked up into the presidential palace and every mother shebang have to walk out and scatter for the sea? What to the Jamaica people? And we call rebellion, rebellion. And we teach Haiti, rebellion. What to know? Wanna lose on a maroon spirit, Rosie D? The young man a bag walk. That's why you see the fracker with it down at Westmoreland where they with that young man and the police, them where them charge 8 people when nobody could not come tell with why yet. Because people like these two animals here, this miserable Kareem Williams, this miserable failed wife, failed to keep her house together. And then she's taking out her anger, her pain, her frustration, Andrea, of not being able to keep her family and her marriage together. And thereby, the country have to bear the brunt of it. The country has to bear the brunt of it. They're no better than Bustamante, are they? In fact, they're Bustamante 2.0. Bruce Golden invasion of Tivoli 2.0. Oh, don't say when the Labour government in a power, we've been terrorized brutally by the state. Oh, don't notice it. Look upon them track record. Look at their track record, how brutal they treat the population of Jamaica when they are in power. They always use state power to abuse us. When is Jamaican people going to say, enough of this? Let's tear up this thing, shake the crocus bag, and fix it back for we, the people of Jamaica. Because it don't serve we at the moment. I don't know if none of us see. Say that little piece of structured rock called Jamaica. Well, where we can own it? What do we own in it? What is it? What are our land rights on that piece of rock? Only the Maroons have land rights as descendants of Africa and Jamaica. Only the Maroon have land rights. The faster we drop the fasticles history that they taught us about the Maroon and realize that we need to claim our Maroon sovereignty and let the whole island become Maroon and remove the colonial jurisdiction of slavery that we continuously been under with this capitalist government entrenched in the Jamaica society by the Americans and the CIA in order to make sure we never implement any policy that will truly bring social, economic, and political development to our country. Mary Messenger, how are you? When us, the people of Jamaica, is going to stand up, because right now we're lying and kneeling down, you know. That's why what you see when you're lay down and when you're kneel up, anybody can take liberty, anybody can step over you, anybody can push you over and kick you over. Stand up, plant on your feet, Jamaican people. Stand up, plant on a foot. It's because you're down on your knees or lying on your back or laying prostrate on your face. This is why everybody can come kick we over, pitch we over, buck we over, and take liberty out. Turn up, palm on a foot. Use fire to cook. Use it to keep you warm. Good God Almighty. One family subject a whole country to tyranny. No demonstration. You think that could have happened in Britain or America? And every day people talk and compare Jamaica to Britain and America. No thing the government couldn't behave so. Look how much conservative MP has stepped down over this race roar out of them own party. You, the Jamaica people, just roll over so. It's not going to change until we change it. Those who benefit from the tyranny will continue the tyranny in order to maintain their power. We need to take back our country. We've handed over our country to despots and dictators, murderers and thieves. We need to take our country back. Let me explain to you my schedule for the rest of the week, because sometimes I don't know which day is which day. Me just float along when daylight, me just float along sometimes. I didn't know that this weekend was the Easter weekend. Generally, on an Easter weekend, I would go away. Rodney Reed, how are you? So I'm going to be away from London and my studio. So I won't be doing lives possibly after tomorrow. No, tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm start my way. However, but I may be posting from now and then, and if needs be, I will be possibly doing short lives from behind the scene because I'm going lack of equipment. I'm just going to chill and rest. But I will keep monitoring the space, and if there's something that I need to air my opinion on, I'll certainly do so. But I will be on a break until next Tuesday. Yeah. I should be moving off Holy Thursday and then returning next Tuesday after Easter Monday, the day after Easter Monday. So from Thursday to Monday, there won't be much live, if any at all. If there's something I need to come out and speak about, I'll just do it briefly. But I will be taking a little weekend break. But don't worry, Global TV will keep you informed and abreast of whatever is going on in the space. That video that I prepared about this land issue, it is not uploading into my library. However, I will upload it to YouTube. It's about 18 minutes or so, so you can watch it as a video to hear the interview. But this is another situation with political abuse by our politics. No green bun time. Green bun time, no, sir. You know, Rowan, that I was a supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party because, to family affiliation and hereditary. But this was the very reason why I say, Brooks, off the train, done with it. Can't support this nonsense. Was when our Prime Minister used state money to print green bun bags. That was when I jumped off the Jamaica Labour Party chain. I could have never gone on with that. So from that, me and Andrew become enemy number one. But listen to this young man.
Me, I'm Joshua Gray. Yeah, I'm in this breed, call and say, if I have my work, but run up and down so much. That is alright. Brutality. Yeah. Like brutality. Fire the car, then say me a pay.
My time over here. Miss Green, you think that right? Eh? I pussy you for yourself. You for yourself pussy. Because you can choose any man you want to sell pussy. You can be representative. All of you fire people because of my PNP and you just win election the 26th and not the 26th next month. Yeah, do that. Let's want to Mr. Warminton. Him say I'm going to do and lose his work. I know you do. So what? You want to see you in the area now to see if this is true. And the man have your number. When you get from the contractor, where the contractor tell him say you say. If you fire him time at PNP, him have your number. We have your number. All your number go Joshua. So that people can call her if it's true you are talking.
The number they on the phone, I don't really know out of my head, but it's on the phone.
Right now, a massive list, AKA. And what them do to Joshua, they make the man lose his work through politics. And I think everybody supposed to eat bread. You know what I mean? Because if so be the case, if this shop a labor rights here. PNP can't go there go buy nothing. It shouldn't be like that. And whosoever make that decision needs to come and rectify that.
Portland people who are here, correct me if I'm right. This is in Anvar's constituency, is it not? I'm sure Shanique Green, Uhuru, Freedom, good morning. I'm sure Shanique Green, or whatever she is, she's from Anvar's constituency, is it not? Thank you very much, Sasha. Yes, we are at 12.2K and growing fast and strongly. Thank you all. Thank you all for continuing to subscribe to Global Television. Thank you all for that. Correct me, somebody, if I'm wrong. Shanique Green, or whatever's the name. Is she not from Anvar's? It is. JamaicanTV.com is saying it is. So you see the victimization, and this council was just elected on the 26th. This is a brand new Tegered. This is one of Anvar's Tegered. Or did she Colin Bell run against? I don't remember. But I know, yeah, man. I'm sure Colin Bell run against her as councillor. Somebody correct me if I'm right or wrong, please. Dorothy Elliott, how are you? Good morning. But I'm sure that woman is the vases. And this is the victimization that Jamaicans have to endure. This is the victimization Jamaica have to endure. Carla Hayes, good morning. You can only earn a bread based on your political affiliation. If like a road work I do, if like a drain and gutter cleaning I do, you can't get work if it's not party affiliated. So when JLP in a power, PMP for dead for hungry. And when PMP in a power, JLP for dead for hungry. Bros, real black woman, how are you? Good morning. Mavis Forbes, good morning. Ronald B. But this is the circumstances and the situation, Monica Hawthorne, that our Jamaican people is subjected to their political views.
All right, yeah, I'm me. Me, I'm Josh Rodriguez. Yeah, I'm me. This spirit call and say, if I have my work, but run up and down so much. And I leave a right brutality. Yeah. And I go do anything. Fire the car, then say me, I'll pay you.
My time up by the way. Miss Green, you think that right? Eh? I pussy you for yourself. You for yourself pussy. Because you can choose any man you want to sell pussy. You can be representative. All of you fire people because of my PNP and you just win election the 26th and not the 26th and next month. Yeah, do that. Let's want to Mr. Warmenton. Him say I'm going to do and lose his work and know you will do it. So what? You want to see you in the area now to see if this is true. And the man have your number. When you get from the contractor, where the contractor tell him say you say. If you fire him time at PNP, him have your number. We have your number. All your number go Joshua. So that people can call her to say how true you are.
The number they on the phone, I don't reckon you out of my head, but it's on the phone.
Right now, a massive list. AKA. And what them do to Joshua, they make the man lose him work through politics. And I think everybody supposed to eat bread. You know what I mean? Because if so be the case, if this shop, a labor rights shop, PNP can't go there go buy nothing. It shouldn't be like that. And whosoever make that decision needs to come and rectify that.
Paula Shelley, good morning, and welcome. AAB, good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Jamaican Carlos, what going, bro? Jamaica people have to start standing up. We are lying down at the moment, accepting whatever they throw at us, especially this family that is ruling our country by violence. This family is ruling our country by violence. Sharon Pierce, good morning. Husband, buck down your house. Wife, buck down your farm. So Jamaica don't know if sleep, live, not eat, said this government. Durant Clark, good morning. This government say only enough live, eat, nor sleep. Because then we turn up, they will pass it in a law in a parliament today and turn up tomorrow with chapter, buck down your house, and then the next day them come hug you up. Just like the wife pat the lady upon her shoulder Sunday evening, and then by Monday morning, bulldozer come in. Una say that, how you call that word? The sociopath or the psychopathic tendency. Nicola Williams, Dwayne Hutchinson, good morning. Of this government, this man and him crazy, brutal baby mother, Wayne Evans, good morning. Jamaica people, examine it for yourself. When them something happen foreign, government can't just move in and buck you down so. You have some even if the persons where in these people possession where would be the squatters or the adverse possessors. You have interest, what you would call interested parties, if they cannot mount a legal challenge, Victor Williams. Those interested parties would become third party in the lawsuit with them in order to assist them and aid them, like people like Jamaican for Justice and other organizations. Government, Donnet Hamilton, Nicola Williams, good morning, good afternoon. Government don't just move in so and buck you down without negotiation and communication. You have a right to raise a lawsuit contesting the government removal of you under adverse position. Battle between the haves and the have-not. Simone Beckford, good morning and welcome. The battle between the haves and the have-not. In a Jamaica, I go so, where they can come tell you today and move in with bulldozer tomorrow. Other jurisdiction, it's a long, lengthy legal battle for years. Just round the corner here, so from me. Under the government regentrification program, over 11 years now, they might try, but don't demolish some house to rebuild new development. One of the big issues was some people on the development where they might demolish buy their apartment, and the money where the government, John Brown, paid them wasn't enough to buy an apartment at some of these new complexes. And there has been lengthy legal challenges for years. And not the people who are contesting it. You have people who are sympathetic to them, will come round there, come stand out and sleep out with them, sleeping bag and everything. And for years, government have fight a battle to demolish those places. Because when British people move in and you lay down, you climb up, you glue yourself down, you train yourself to something. I want to know Jamaicans, who just roll over so. And everything can just happen. Who just roll over so. Just roll over just like that. You see, in an adverse position, once it get in a court, it's not about who have the paper. It's who have the better use of the land. Yvonne Johnson. It's who have the better use of the land. And if somebody's been farming that land for 38 years at least, because the daughter said she come back and come see mama and papa, Herbert Tuesday, I farm it. The court is not going to look at whether the government own the land or not. The court is going to look at who have the better use of the land. This is why you see the Holnesses do things by brute force, because they don't want it to go through legal challenges. Gee, good morning and welcome. They don't want it to go through legal challenges because they know them are going to lose. Them know them are going to lose. So this is why they do it hastily by brute force, because they can use state power to their advantage. Because when you don't know, say fire can cook and fire can keep you warm. It is said that the reason why Juliet Holness is going after this land is because the father, the late father, is a major People's National Party stalwart. So just like how the councillor in a vast constituency can tell the young man, say, you can work on the little piece of project here because you're PMP. The Prime Minister wife is bulldozing the people's farmland because they are PNP. This is the head of your legislature. Who to tell by next week or when them come back from Easter break, them not pass legislation giving them the right to go ahead with barbarity. Because they have the legislative wing to do it. They are unchallenged legislative-wise because them have the number to oppress you, the Jamaica people. But if you people don't push back, you just have to go take what you get. Because this government is out on a limb to make sure we are being kept in our place. If we are not supporting this government, they are determined to keep us in our place. This is the second time we're seeing it. The husband just moving suddenly and buck down people's house. And now we're seeing it with the wife again. Demolishing active, fertile, fruitful farmland. Provide Juliet Holness the petition paper. And we don't want a backdated petition paper. We want to see a petition paper prior to Sunday. Does anyone within the community know of this petition that Juliet Holness is talking about? And is this being pushed by JLP community members? Who hate this family because of their political affiliation? Because Jamaica people, use politics against one another. But let me tell you the same thing. Up there, so them up there, so now go feel the pinch of it. And we don't a yonder here, so regardless of what party affiliation, they not care about we. They won't go use we against one another to achieve for them aim. Because say, if them did care about us, if them did care about us, for 60 years, we wouldn't be having the same conversation about roads. For 60 years, we wouldn't having the same conversation about water. For 60 years, we wouldn't have the same conversation about improving our education. For 60 years, we wouldn't be having this conversation about improving our healthcare or depleting healthcare. They only play you off against each other to maintain power over you. When are we going to wake up? It's really mind-boggling to see how the most rebellious country, the most rebellious set of people in the Western Hemisphere has gone into a deep sleep. To the point where Chink, Matt, and Dog can come rooks you up and roll you up and push your own. School road politics. Perspective power. Good morning. Because the things we're going interfere with politics, you only see them something there back in the days whenever so-called modernized and the whole with their walk home in the morning, and we would carry out a lot of antics, particularly on our way back home from school. School road politics. It's not or never going to change until you, the people of Jamaica, is ready to change it. The way it is now, it benefits that class politically, economically, and financially. They might buy up your land. They might thief your money and invest it. So they might create wealth for them and them generation. That means them generation always go up on the hill, looking down at us, pushing the hand carts and doing the hustle and bustle of society. Because we think that somehow these people are going to rise up and wake up one morning and start doing the things they say at election time, unless we compel them to do it by our actions and our participation. But I'm not tired of the abuse. Uno not tired of the abuse. Stockholm syndrome. Hmm? We are locked in to this type of abuse. To the point where some Jamaicans would tear you up for these two criminals on screen. Some Jamaicans would take you and tear you up and rip you up in defense of these criminals. It's down to us to change it, people. The way it is, it suits them. The worse it gets, the more beneficial it is to them. The more beneficial it is to them. We're never going to see peace in Jamaica until we tear the whole thing up and fix it for ourselves. Jamaica, the structure it is at the moment, is about the bourgeoisie and the private investors and those old colonial ties to keep milking the country because we're sitting on wealth. But because and so we don't know, because and so we don't know, we sit down and we wait and God will go help you. Sit down and wait and God, you hear? Sit down. The more you sit down and wait, the longer God will go stay in them rocking chair and wait till you're ready to do something. If you think God will go fight on a battlefield, if you think that God will go fight on a battlefield, sit down and wait. When the Americans them and the British them are sent out them warship and them warplane, every bomb you see these mother heifers drop, it is blessed by the army chaplain. The priest bless it and mark the cross on it before them drop it upon women and children. Sit down and wait and things like these top nice killers are going to come and do something for you. Paula Facey, good morning. It's a do for self, nifty friend, nifty friends. Good morning. It's a do for self, dog eat dog society. If you decide to sit down and wait until it happens, it's never going to happen. Look around the world and see if it's not rebellion that changes things. Tell me where you ever see prior changes global situation. Where is prayer and hope taking us? Hope, faith, and prayer. Where is it taking us? It's time to become active in the rebellion. It's only then we're going to become stakeholders and shareholders in Jamaica. Jamaica people coward, Victor. Jamaica people coward. Jamaica people coward and it's bothering. Valerie God favor, good morning. Not even that they don't want to do. They don't want to apply for permit to go show them discuss towards the government's behavior. They are just willing to accept it, anything the government throw at them. It's going to get to your door one day, Jamaicans. You who sit on the fence looking, especially those of you who are silent, it will get to your door one day. Today for me, tomorrow for you. The way this government Member said, all in a upper Beverly, oh God, all upper Beverly Hills, them got thief land. Annie Jones, morning. Everywhere they go, them walk and find something for thief. This is the most disgraceful government we ever have. Wife in a court for stolen land. Husband, if he never have a corrupt director of prosecution for kill case for him, would have been prosecuted for corruption. We are ruled by criminals. I always knew Juliet is the one who is lying, Brittany. Even if Paulwell and the People's National Party refuse them, there is nothing that they could do about her position. The AG report, she's dancing over it because Mount Golden exposed them with that report. Remember, she first said them not know about it. Michaela Miller, good morning. Them never know about it. Them first tell us that there wasn't any report. And then them send back the report. And then she moved on to blame the clerk. So we always knew Juliet Landale is lying. Dwayne Hutchins, good morning. We always knew that. We always knew she is lying. The issue is, how is the people of Jamaica is going to treat these thieves and liars? You see, when it comes to anything in the parliament, Norman, yes, they can push back. This is why I'm always of the opinion that Mr. Golden, as a social democracy leader, ought to take the people to the street. When conservatives are freak themselves, you have people like Diane Abbott, Ken Booth, Ken Clark, them, and one whole heap of them politicians there. We're not afraid to figure up on the front line at the demonstration. Jeremy Corbyn, George Galloway, and them people there. These are social democrats. I'm always of the view, because there's no legislative balance in the House. Good morning, Colin Humphreys. So the People's National Party really cannot vote down any form of proposal in the House. Even Ken Livingston as well. Even, no matter how they are in disagreement with it, they can voice their opinion. But when it comes to voting it down or voting against it, they can vote against it, but they do not have the power to vote it down. Dion Johnson. Good morning and welcome. So I'm always of the opinion that Mr. Golden needs to take the people to the street on a big issue like this. It is what will raise the consciousness of the people. When the people see that your politicians is willing to go to the street with them and demonstrate, it sends a powerful message to the psyche of the people. And that will also be a huge political play for Mark Golden. I'm always of that view. And that is one of the things, even though Mark Golden is getting into it now, he really has found himself. He really has found himself. So I'm always of the view that Mr. Golden, the current situation in Jamaica, he needs to take the people to the street, especially when issues like these, suppression of the people, state violence by the sitting government against the people. This is where Mark Golden needs to show his power play. Take the people to the street. Risk arrest. Don't give a toss about them. Let us see the dictatorial and the criminal behavior of this government. We can't just roll over for everything so. The grassroots people is a power. And we are the power. Government afraid that we're power. But when we sit down upon it, government takes it for granted. People of Jamaica. We can't just sit down on a galam so. We have to get up, rise up, rebel, and push back. Otherwise, we're going to end up in another point of slavery because the Chinese, them not afraid to do it. And the Holnesses, them not afraid to sell you to them. People of Jamaica, seriously, I got just go back in a slavery, hand chest out, just so. No farmer fire throwing, no farmer rock throwing, no farmer road blocking, no farmer pull the whole damn thing down and make we fix it back again. It's what rebellion and revolution means. Fix it for us by all means and any means necessary. Who said you cannot be violent towards the state? If it's a tyrannical state, the people have the right, it's one of your rights you have to rise up against a tyrannical state. Sod their laws. Or you're talking of bloody arts, which they call law. Rise up and rip the whole thing apart. If they can't share it with us, then nobody can have it. That's the approach we, the people of Jamaica, must take. If one can't share it, nobody should have it. But we cannot continue like this, though. Continuing like this, we are subjecting future generations into slavery. And when I say slavery, I mean shackled slavery, or slavery at the point of the gun, or slaved to the robots. Stop sleepwalking into a controlled society. It is one of the reasons why this government in particular is keeping you in fear, violating your constitution, violating your right, militarizing the country. When now go wake up out of this deep sleep. When now go wake up out of this deep sleep until when you realize how far they've taken us into the abuse and the tyranny and the control and the dictatorship and the despotism. For some of us, it may be too late. That's why even my mouth, I have to use my mouth. Because when them say me shut up, them I got things say, one, me not sick, or two, me sick and me don't care. No, not me. My mouth too big. My mind too independent to sit down and say, if politicians say so, I saw it go. No, I'm too rebellious for that. I am too rebellious to even accept what anybody said. We have to wake up out of the slumber, Jamaica people. We are in a continuum of slumber, and it's becoming detrimental. It is becoming detrimental. And remember, I'm telling you what there, I'm going to tell you again. Be nice to Chief Curry and the Maroons. Up in the hill. And that's how we saving grace. I got it. Be nice to Chief Curry. It's the only place that will be able to accept the refugees when them people are ready to kick way off of them land. We're going to have it. There's a time coming. Me not ask so no. Me I tell you no. JC, good morning. If we don't get up and get active and change this thing, there is a time coming when we have to go head to the hills. The Maroons will become the country that will be accepting the refugees from down at Jamaica. So be nice to the Maroons. The Haiti now, hope on now go and run go Haiti. Can I go think it worse at this? So be nice to the Maroons. They are the ones who's going to accept the Jamaican refugees. When them ready to push with off our land, we uno not decide to turn up and fight for. So be nice to the Maroons, because they over time will become the saving grace for Jamaica people. Be nice to them. You're going to need space up at the hill there. Be nice to them. I remember me, I want to know. Remember me, I want to know. Be nice to them. Because that's our easiest refugee point. Unless we're not going to plan to turn up and war. Ian Cooks, good morning and welcome. If we're not plan to turn up and war, then we're not going to need a host country to go as refugee. And your nearest host country would be in the Cockpit Mountain, the Cockpit country. So, be nice to Chief Curry and the Maroons, because they will become the saving grace for Jamaica people. Because we don't seem to see we are going in a few country. So them are root we out piece by piece. And if them push and say go on up more, we go up more. If them push and say go on up more, we go up more. No, we not push back, you know. No, we not turn up and hold we line and say for dirt. Freedom, good morning. No, we not stand up and say if a dirt. We act like these people have the power and rights to abuse us. Me not go quiet to it. I am willing to be shot. Trust me. Because them now go just shut me up just so. If them shut we down on social media, we can take it to the street corner. Mr. Golden need to rally the people, become active, The people are sleeping too much. The grassroots is too reluctant to the abuse, complacent to the abuse. John, good morning and welcome. Mark Golden need to become more active. Take the people to the street. Take the people to the street, because this takes a fight and a pushback. The Holnesses are not concerned about negotiation. These people don't negotiate. They use brute force. We saw it from the baby father. And now we're seeing the same thing from the baby mother. The baby father go down there with bulldozer and broke down people's house. And as if like give back one of them house out of the multiple houses where you break down is an amends. You see the psychopath tendency of this baby mother and baby father. It's the same pattern. The wife go there Saturday, Sunday and pat the woman on her shoulder and say, no worry, man. And by Monday, bulldozer turn up, start demolishing the people's farm. Not even give them chance to say, all right, may I give you XY time to finish processing, Gene Wright, good morning, processing your crops and do your reaping. Not even that. Because this sordid old miserable harlot knows if it goes into a court challenge, they're not going to win under the adverse possession rules. See there? JPS folk, go she get back. Hey, bang around. Gene Wright, good morning and welcome. Jay Lovely, good morning and welcome. You can always listen over from the start, Jay Lovely. But may I tell you, Jamaica people are meet it. Mark Golden need to become more active. Mark Golden needs to become more active. Take the people to the street. The power they have in the legislature, you cannot contain them. Rise the people consciousness, Mr. Golden. Rise the people's consciousness. That is a solution to tyranny. Having the country pushing back. Take the people with you. Lead Mark Golden from the front. Just like when the Americans go in on the Cubans. Fidel Castro led from the front. When the brutal, bloodthirsty Americans invaded Saddam Hussein, Saddam fired the first bullet on the battlefield. Lead from front, Mark Golden. Don't make me start by you. Lead from front. The people need a leader, Mark Golden. The people feel hopeless. Mr. Golden, the people didn't feel like a them out here upon them own and do it. They need a leader, Mark Golden. The people need a leader, Mark Golden. And if you Roblox, good morning. If you are going to take up the social democracy mantle, Mr. Golden, you've got to be out there with the people on the front, raising the people's consciousness say, no, there is a better way. We don't have to settle for the dictatorship, the despotism, the thieving, the criminality, the one-upmanship, the badman governmentism, the gangsterism of the Jamaica Labour Party. No, the country does not have to settle for that. But the country need a leader, Mr. Golden. We've seen last Tuesday, Mr. Golden, you have the social democracy fire, Claudette Robinson. Good morning. Don't let it die, Mark Golden. The people are looking towards you for leadership at this stage where our country is about to collapse. The state violence that is coming from this government over the last 8 years is enough to bring the country to a state of anarchy. Lead from front, Mr. Golden. Raise the consciousness of the people, Mr. Golden. Hero circle, Mr. Golden. Take the people there and demonstrate. There's a reason why it is called Heroes Circle. And we knew why our heroes become heroes. Baron Muir. Good morning. It is time to respond to the government attack on the people of Jamaica. Street and lane. Battle by street and lane. Mark Golden. But you can't just sit down, so, and wait till we vote and help with fight the war against tyranny. Lead from front, Mr. Golden. Lead from front, Mr. Golden. The people are looking towards you for leadership. You showed us last Tuesday, Mr. Golden, that you have great leadership qualities. Build on that, Mr. Golden. Bring the people in, Mr. Golden. It's a moment of truth and revelation globally, Mr. Golden. Awaken the consciousness of the Jamaican people. So true. Lacking courage is a major part of complacency. When you don't have courage, complacent, then anybody can have. I'm sorry for the state of affairs of Jamaica, you know, because we are foreigners, you know. The reason why we're so irritable and so concerned, foreigner get away now where we soon have to pack up and run to, you know. And for me, it's either Maroon Town, Gambia, Ghana, or Cameroon. But if we come back down to Jamaica, there's something else. So they're going to bulldoze me and lift me up. I might go seek solace somewhere else, isn't it? But the people need a leader in this fight, Mr. Golden. The people need a leader in this fight, Mr. Golden. Sweet, sweet Jamaica, me now left way. Talk about sweet, sweet Maroon Town. At that, we're going to soon start talk about. Marva Dice, good morning. is when you reach a compound town and realize on you pay land tax. We have to understand ownership of land as opposed to rights to the land. Gambia crime rate is very, very, very low in Gambia. Very low in Gambia. And Gambia, Gambian people are so cool. I mean, right across Africa, the people are so cool. If you don't understand Nigerians, you'll think Nigerians are aggressive, but Nigerians are just Jamaican. We're not bother grow on the corner with you. We just tell you just like it is. So people think they're aggressive, but no, it's not. They're just don't have the time to beat and bat you around, which is good. But Gambia, the crime rate is so low in Gambia. You know what I mean? But we going to have to plan to either stand up and change the system so we can own down Jamaica there, so, or we're going to have to go back to when hence we came to Africa, or we're going to have to look for a spot up a Maroon town. And when me are telling us, say, be nice to Chief Curry and the Maroons because we don't have long left. You see, when 2026 come to 2030, over that 4-year period, there are going to be a lots of implementation of the New World Order and the UN 2030 agenda, where they will change the order of system and everything completely. You see, the Prime Minister start doing it already. NIDS and all sort and these little offers, student loan without thingy is going to be tied to NIDS. Also, you're going to soon have rollover thing, please. Why is it not? Yes. Also, you're going to soon have thingy the clearance off. And them start their self all in forest. Good morning. I remember them start the self check-in, check-out or something like that. So, and them are going to start the same digitalized service down a wharf. Remember your government had digitalized your medical record, paying racist Frank Hester $5 million US, when they could have had it done for 2.4 million US dollars. So from 2026 to 2030, we will be in hocus pocus across this planet. Because when the World Health Organization, which is the upper body, and the World Health Assembly, which is the body within the World Health Organization, which will become the world presidency, Bangarang is going to hit a lot of us. So you will want to be somewhere in Africa where you can be in some deep rural village where you can come off the grid. But let me tell you how we're going to do that. We're going to start buying up solar panels and saving them up. If we're not ready to start using, especially us in the diaspora, invest in solar panels, because with such we can remove ourselves from the grid and still be able to be active in a lot of the modernities. Solar panel is an investment that we need to be looking at. Start, buy them, and store them. There's a time when it will become wealthy business for you when them start to shut way off of the grid. So we can provide ourselves electricity off the grid. Take this very serious. Because when you're ready to start shut off things, we can be able to start supply we own. We know how to make gas fire. When you have your sin thing there. When me just start, if you have your solar panel, you can also buy your portable hot plate. If someone on nice ones, well, they were foreign, and born a foreign, don't know how to make up wood fire. Dar es Salaam, yes. Buy. That's another beauty. Your hot plates, your portable electric hot plate. Me have one burner one. Me start prepare for the cumbersome already. Me don't know about Uno, but me start prepare for the cumbersome. Me start plan the walking route as long as me get to France. Me start plan the walking route from France to Morocco and then head down through the desert into Mauritania and all boat. There is that time coming when them ready to turn off things span with. Don't let's fall into a calamity, people. Let's inform ourselves and prepare ourselves. Let's inform ourselves and prepare ourselves. Jamaica is not the be-all and end-all. Jamaica is not the only place nice. Let us look for other alternatives. If we not plan to turn up and fight for Jamaica, then we need to look at the alternative. Or we're just going to settle for the abusive situation where we don't get in. It's either we look at other alternative. Joan Sinclair, how are you? It's either you look for other alternative. Coal stove is another big thing. You don't even need a coal stove. All you need is an old car rim. And it works just like a coal stove. Your old car rim work just like an old stove. I like a coal stove. But we have to, people, look at alternatives. We can't just sit down on a member. So them did just draw we into a global arrest just so. And for 2 years, we were under global arrest. Bangarang. No, sir. Trust me, if Bramwell win again, straight to Africa, because and say. And this is the seriousness of this whole constitutional review that is being undertaken at the moment. This regime is not the one to do it. We cannot trust them with our rights. They have proven to us successive Jamaica Labour Party government, Bustamante, Bruce Golden, Andrew Holness, Edward Siaga. It's catastrophic for the country. Catastrophic for the country. So people, if we not decide to push back, if we not decide to rip up Jamaica and fix it, but I support Brittany's argument. Beg your pardon. Fuck Jamaica and look forward to Africa. Jamaica is just a little piece of rock. You know how much we can do in Africa. You know how much business investment. Jeffrey Gray, good morning. You know how much business investment we could have in Africa. You, Charlotte, good morning. You know how fast we could grow Africa economically if we all go back there and create business there. How fast we would grow as a people. Speak to people in Africa and see how easy it is to start up your own business there. We need to look at alternative people. We need to look at alternative. We cannot just settle for the abuse and the tyranny. Our forefathers and foremothers have been through that, and they have rebelled in order to make me can sit down, yes, up, and call for rebellion and revolution. Then it means it's something that we must continue to fight to maintain. So we can't have Andrew Holness come buck down with house and Juliet Holness come buck down with farm. I mean, see no Jamaicans in rage, outrage, and rebelling against such a barbaric, tyrannical behavior. Then we must plan to leave. If we not see no reason to do anything about this, all in Foster, good morning and welcome. If we don't see the need to do something about this, pack up and shift up. No matter what you hear them talk about Africa, Africa don't have the crime rate. Unless it's a country that is having civil war. The general crime situation that we are plagued by in the Caribbean. It's not really so in Africa. Yes, you have low-level crime everywhere. But that murder rate that you see we have to grapple with, them things they're shocking the African countries when I have civil war. In Gambia, if there's 2 murders for the year, it's alarming, frightening for the people of Gambia. If they have 2 murders for the year. We murder for we, 2 murder, a 1 second that for we. That is a nanosecond in the Jamaican space. Colin Jones, good morning. But let me take a quick little break and come back to you.
Can't buy sugar, we can't buy get another hell go mash up people start and thief when them sell big gun. On the chili market man, big gun. On them a treat the cat man, big gun. On the chili peanut man, big gun. On them a treat the dirt man, big gun. On them a treat the sun man, big gun. On them a treat policeman.
Good morning and welcome back to Global Television. This is Landlessness. Carlos Gray, are you still here? I have a public advice for you. Hold up your hand if you're still there, Carlos. Is Carlos still here? Hold up your hand if you're still there. Carlos there? Hold up your hand if you're still there. But what I would want you to do, Carlos, is this very song. Songs are the highest point of poetry. But please do, Carlos, make this into a poet without the music, a poetry without the music. Because sometimes when we are listening to things with beat and rhythm, the words tend to go over our head. Oh, Carlos is doing a live. The words tend to go over our head. But when you do things like these as a poet, the words come through more to the people, taking the song, the rhythm, Yvonne Green and things out of it. Because I think Jamaicans are missing some of the things you're saying in that great piece of work. It explains a lot of the abuse that the Jamaican people suffered and continue to suffer, especially under a tyrannical Jamaica lying, looting party. But me go tell Carlos, do this in a poem. Make the words resonate more with people. The consciousness of the people matters. It is what politicians prey on. It is what a lot of people in the media space prey on, whether it be the mainstream media or the social media space. They depend on confusing you, holding your mind in suspense. They're not feeding your mind with truth, or they're not educating your mind in order for us to get to a level of spiritual enlightenment and awakening, in order for us to be able to see some of these things for what they are, rather than thinking, say, I saw the thing said. No, I not saw it said. You decide to accept it like that. There's nothing that say that you must accept it like that. You can always push back. But I want to thank you all for being here with us this morning. Don't run yet. No, don't run yet. Remember, I am going off for a little weekend break tomorrow, and there won't be much live after tonight. Drive Time London won't be aired this evening, but we will come back tonight to do tonight's show, and I will go off for a little rest break tomorrow and return on Tuesday. But if there's anything that I need to update you on, I will certainly do so. I will certainly do so while I'm away. Shout out Charbridge need fixing so badly, a shame. The Charbridge situation. When you look at the amount of money being stolen out of our country, and your bridges aid your economy because the flow of travel for local people. And for so long, and everybody keeps either ignoring it or telling you that they're going to do something about it, but no active work as if it is something emergency and that is needed for the people in the community. But that we will continue on more. But let us all run over and listen to what Jamaica Carlos is saying. But I want to thank you all very much for being here with me this morning, this afternoon on Global Television. Thank you all for your support. To those of you who have recently, in the last month, few weeks, few days, have joined the Global TV family, thank you very much for coming on board. Thank you all very much for your support. It is very much appreciated. Thank you all very much. Let's go over now and listen to what Jamaica Carlos is saying. Thank you very much, and good morning, good afternoon from Global Television.